Log on, tune in, find out. Another good idea from Cambridge.
It's a great pleasure and privilege to have a chance to talk to Professor Hayami, who I have known for some years now. May I call you Akira?
Yeah, of course. May I call you
Alan? Yes, of course. Akira, when and where were you born?
I was born in 1929, just 2 days before the dark Thursday in Tokyo.
Thank you. Tell me something about your genealogy, your ancestors, as far back as you like to go. You're a historical demographer, so you're used to tracing families. So as far back on either your mother or your father's side as you would like to mention.
My father was a philosopher, but he had no teaching job in his life until the end of Second World War, and so that my father was always sit down at my home. This was very
oppressive.
Yeah, for me. But
why did he have no job?
Hayami is my mother's family name.
Yes.
And my father and my mother's family had no successor. And my father was came to Yoshi.
He was adopted in.
Adopted. But after he came to my mother's home, the son was born. So my father and my mother came out from my mother's home with some money. And my mother's home was a rich forest managing home. So they have some money, and my father was obtain some part of this wealth, so that he studied at Kyoto University, and then he moved to Tokyo, and he lived as he wanted.
I see. He didn't really have to work because he had some money.
Yeah.
And what sort of person was your father? Was he very dominating, or was he very easy? Or
no, not so dominating. My father was at first Hegelian, and
a Hegelian.
Hegel.
Really?
Yeah. But after that, finally he wrote his own philosophy and published several books.
So did he, like Marx, overturn Hegel or not?
Not Marx. And my father's home had some. My father's elder brother, famous agrarian economist, and one of brother, younger brothers was the bureaucrat of agriculture.
And what did your mother's family do?
My mother's family was landowner and forest managing, and sometimes pawn house and fishing.
Pawn house, yes. Pawn brokers.
Yeah.
Yes. And what was your mother's character like?
What?
Your mother's character? How was she?
She was very soft and not so
Ambitious. Did you have brothers and sisters, or did you have any brothers or
yes.
sisters?
I was the eldest son, and I have one younger brother and three young sisters. Yeah.
Are they still alive, or
Yes, all of them are alive.
because we should celebrate the fact that it is your 80th birthday today, so you have a long-lived family. Congratulations. Can you remember what was your first memory as a child?
The eclipse of sun. It was 1934 when I was pupil of kindergarten, and I also feel sun was
Disappearing. So you were 5 years old.
Yeah.
And were you in Tokyo then?
yes.
Living.
I was born in Tokyo and living in Tokyo, and almost all my life was in Tokyo, except 10 years in Kyoto.
When you were a small child at kindergarten, what were you interested in? What did you have any particular hobbies or?
Yes, so much.
So many.
So many. Perhaps you know this person,
Hamish Henderson.
poet.
Oh yes,
Scottish poet.
yes. Oh yes.
I like music,
Music.
particularly Western classical music, and I'm fan of composer, conductor, German conductor, Wilhelm Furtwängler.
Furtwängler, yes.
Yeah.
When did you become interested in music? When you were a little child?
In my home, some SP records were there,
Sure,
and
yeah.
I listened sometimes. But after, particularly in the wartime, I was so enjoyed, so listened to Mozart and Beethoven.
So by that time you were about 12 or 13.
14 and 15, and with the bombing noise.
So to drown the bombing noise, you listened to Mozart and.
Yeah.
And has music remained a great passion for you since then? Have you been listening to much music?
What?
Do you go on listening to music now? Are you very?
Yes. I collected so much CD and DVD, but unfortunately, Furtwängler DVD was almost nothing. But recent technological progress reproduced Furtwängler's conducting Beethoven or Brahms, very new, very high quality sounds. I listened Beethoven's Symphony Number 9, my favorite. At least once a month.
Really? Gosh.
I was given.
Strength by it, yes. Why did you bring down a book, a biography of a poet?
Yeah, but sometimes I wish to free from flute player, and here, you know this D-Day Dodgers?
No.
Or Lily Marlene.
Were the D-Day Dodgers out in Italy, always on the vino, always on the spree, 8th Army scroungers and their tanks, we live in Rome, among the Yanks, we are the D-Day Dodgers, way out in Italy. No, I don't know that.
I wrote this person letter, and here.
Oh, yes. Over the years, Hamish was to receive many letters about the origins and merits of this ballad, but one meant more than the others. It came from Professor Akira Hayami of the Department of Economics at Keio University. Dear Mr. Henderson, I am writing about the D-Day Dodgers, which you versed on Lily Marlene. I have published some essays on the story of Lily Marlene. I have thought the poem of the original Lily Marlene was not worth being called poetry at all, but when I happened to know D-Day Dodgers, I realized that this was art. How can I obtain the original edition? That's very nice. So, do you, with music, do you think the music plays any part in your ideas? Some people like to write by music, other people listen to music for inspiration, and then they do some thinking.
It's totally my hobby, and my work on music was, let's say, just moral support.
Moral support.
Yeah, and another hobby is railway.
Railways.
Railway. I like railway. Locomotives and train timetables, so on and so. And my second memory in my
Childhood.
life, to watch the trains coming and going near to my home until darkness. And sometimes I came to Hokkaido or another place to take picture of steam locomotives still survive. Yeah, and this hobby, from this hobby, one idea came to my historical demography.
What was that?
Yeah, you know, train timetable. Later I will show you the my BDS basic data sheet of my Shumon Aratamicho, the most variable historical sources of the examining demography. And I may I take the
Yes, do.
This is the Shumon Aratamecho, literally translating religious faith, registration, religious faith register. by person. In Japan, in Tokugawa period, every person must be Buddhist, not Christian.
Yes.
So all persons living in Japan fundamentally registered, not Christian but Buddhist. And if this is not so much, but in some village, the source remain for 100 or more than 100 years.
Yes.
Because this kind of source compiled every year. So
It's a sort of census, annual census of the population. What details does it have? It has the age or the family relations?
yeah. For example, this person is the household head, and this is age, and this is belonged temple and Buddhist sect, and this is this person is his wife, and the age, and this is coming from which village, and this is his son, age, daughter, son, age. So
Yes. So you have an annual survey of...
yeah. And at first I transcript every household by one sheet. But I made 2 copies, one by year, one by families, and make some analysis, several analysis. But it's not so functional, and must spend a lot of times, hours. So one time, one idea came to me. I must produce the train timetables type. This is this year, this person, age, wife, son, daughter, and so on, so on. And if we have next year, we write this, and so on. So if we completed this, we can trace this person's life from birth to death, or at least the appearance of this person on the records and disappearance of this record. And next, to input computer the information of this person, every person.
A sort of spreadsheet,
Yeah.
or registration form.
Yes.
Yep.
And this is
Based on the railway timetables.
This is station and
the times.
time. And some persons came to another
Village.
Yoshi or marriage, and some person came to this family by marriage or
Adoption.
yeah.
Fascinating. How far back do these records go? When do they start?
Yeah. this is 1671 is the starting point. Almost all of Japan.
1671.
Yeah. And ends at 1871. This 200 years.
It's a long series.
At the best, we can trace the 200 years people's behavior.
It's a very long series, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does it ever contain any other comments apart from age and religious affiliation? Does it ever say cause of death or any comments about
Yes.
occupation or anything?
The shortcomings is occupation. There are no description of occupation, but the D is death, and A is in the first register already existed. And this person died this year, died. So,
I see.
and birth, death, marriage, divorce,
And adoption, yes. Excellent. Well, let's go back to your life. Where was, after you were at kindergarten, well, I was going to actually ask you more about railways. Were you interested in model railways, small little railways that you made and that you have as toys? Were you interested in that or not?
I have no interest to model railway.
No, just real railways.
Yeah. Real railway.
So your first school after your kindergarten, was that in Tokyo?
Tokyo, yes.
Do you remember anything about that school?
Yes. Last year we had some alumni of elementary school for age 80.
And do you remember any of the teachers of that time?
Yeah. Particularly the first year and second years, the teacher, I remember the teacher, very good person.
Very good teacher. In what subject was that? All subjects or?
He was trained us. Trained. Good manner and and at the other side, he was very kind. If some schoolboys are not coming to school, he came to his schoolboys' home. What happened? Asked what happened.
So he cared about you.
Yeah.
And were there any subjects already in your elementary school that you enjoyed?
Yes. I was not so skillful. Rather, I was, let's say,
Clumsy?
so that my friend can play ball game and so on and so. And in such time, I was I could not join them. So, but for studying, I think I was the top of the class. And usually in Japan, the elementary school, 6 years are necessary. But teachers and my father decided you must finish 5th years,
Mm.
and then came to middle school.
Mm.
In Japan, middle school was 5 years,
Mm.
but can be shortened for 4 years.
Mm.
So I came to middle school after 5 years in primary school.
Mm.
But in middle school, I was
You went down.
down because the 1 year's run
Mm.
is huge. My physically
Mm.
and knowledge, and I was not so.
Advanced
Yeah.
and mature. Mm.
In my middle school was the first middle school of Tokyo,
Mm. The top one.
top,
Mm.
and 250 pupils,
Mm.
and every time you are the first, you are second, you are hundreds, and so all that.
Mm.
I was between 150 and 180,
Mm.
and because there were two reasons. Because I lost my confidence to
Yes.
my ability,
Mm.
and I spoiled myself.
Mm.
And secondly, in my home, there are a lot of novels
Mm.
and other books.
Mm.
This was my father's collection,
Mm.
and once I took and read it,
Mm.
I was so impressed.
Mm.
I read Tolstoy's War and Peace,
Mm.
Dostoevsky's and Karamazov, and other European long novels. And when the examination came to us,
Mm.
I didn't study for examinations at all,
Mm.
but to continue to read the Dostoevsky, so that
Mm. You didn't go to the top of the school.
yeah.
But were there any subjects that you did really enjoy at secondary school?
So,
Any topics? Were you interested particularly in science or arts or?
yeah, my preference is to read the European
Literature.
and listen European classic music.
Mm. You read this in Japanese, presumably.
Of course,
Yes.
translate.
Yes. You weren't learning any
Yeah.
language.
And even the wartime,
Mm.
the last year in the middle school, the fourth degree grade, we mobilized to work in the factory,
Mm.
and we need not to come to classroom. I was so delighted. Yeah.
Happy.
Yeah.
This was 1945.
44 and
45.
45.
Mm.
And then I found the same person. There are several same type of persons, and we, a group was
formed.
Yeah, and our group not publish, but to write somebody novel, somebody essay, somebody
Poems.
Yeah.
Waka and so on. You were in Tokyo 1944-45 when the Allied bombing took place. That must have been horrific.
Yeah. The bombing was started earlier, but the heavy bombing was, I remember the March 10th of 45 burned out. This March, the eastern part of Tokyo, the April, the southern part of Tokyo, then May, the central part of Tokyo, even Paris, yeah. And but fortunately, my family evacuated from Tokyo to my mother's area, but I should stay in Tokyo because I was mobilized, and even my factory was burned out, but you must stay in Tokyo to prepare to another mobilization. But I had nothing to do, just read Tolstoy and listen Beethoven. That was my
salvation.
Yeah.
Do you now looking back on that? Many people have been very critical of the fire bombing, the incendiary bombing of Tokyo, which killed so many civilians and flattened Tokyo. Do you feel angry with?
Politically, I was not so mature, but this war was not to be open, because my family was liberal. My father was not didn't know in foreign countries, but my uncle, father's brother, came to U.S. and Europe, and he said Japan and Westerns, the power was so different. Japan would never get the will get the war, he said, and so that I was sometimes Japan was will defeat the war.
Did you hear the famous broadcast by the emperor? When the emperor said that the war was over?
Yes. My uncle was the advisor of agricultural minister, and he said someday in August, within a few days, this war will end. So you must not kill yourself.
You must keep alive.
You must survive, and Japan need that generation of you.
So at the end of that school, did you then go on to a high school, or did you go to university, or what did you do?
At the year of 45, already Japan's defeat was foreseen. It's a bit difficult to express my if the middle school student had not come to university, he mobilized to more dangerous work to
Dig.
Some would say
agricultural work and digging roads and things. So what did you do?
So that I decided myself to come any university.
Yes.
I can come, but as my
Your marks, grades were not good.
marking is very low. KO is only place I can enter in.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought Keio was supposed to be the best university, so...
And before the war, Keio and Waseda is followed by the national high school, first, second, first 8, and many national universities. And then came to Keio Waseda. And for me, to come to these national high school is very
difficult.
impossible. So that the best is to Keio.
This was to Keio University or to the high school?
Keio University. Before the war, the elementary school, middle school, and university. And university divided two, and to the preparatory course and department. So I entered in to Keio University preparatory part.
What subject were you going to do? What subject or
Economics.
economics?
Because economics, Keio, the best department is
Economics.
medical and economics.
And while you were at Keio, did you develop any other interests apart? I don't know whether you were still interested in trains, or did you have other hobbies or interests at Keio? Acting or singing or sport or anything?
No, I continue to read and listen Western, particularly European
literature and things. Yes.
And for first 2 years, you can imagine Tokyo was totally
Flattened.
Yeah, The European building is made with stone and concrete, but Japanese city was made by wood and paper, and almost all of them burned out.
So Keio, the old stone buildings were still here.
Keio was mostly damaged, and the crash was several classes are not so open.
Were there any teachers when you were at Keio studying who you found as very helpful or influenced your work? Were there any economists or other teachers?
Yes, Keio had famous economists. The first was Koizumi Shinzo. He was the intermediator of the Crown Prince, and the Crown and the Crown Prince. And he was the Ricardian, that's an economist. And Professor Takahashi Seiichiro, he was the expert of British mercantilism, and Keio has a lot of mercantile books and papers. And Professor Nomura, who was the economic historian, studied at King's College.
Was he?
Yeah.
In Cambridge?
Cambridge. And he said me, when he should read something in Latin in lunchtime, his Latin is very low, so his person next to him
stamped on his feet.
Anyway, these three persons extraordinary,
High standard.
Respected, but in preparatory course they are not taught. So that my preparatory course I was very idle. And the other day, my ranking paper was found in my home, and my granddaughter was there. Oh, grandpa, you have nothing of A. All of your ranking is B or C.
So at the end of that course, what did you do then? Did you go on to do a PhD at the end of it?
Yeah, but when I came to the faculty, faculty of economics, the next 3 years.
Yes.
After preparatory course, I suddenly my eye was
opened.
Opened, because the library was restored, and first I knocked the economic historian of Western Europe, and his name was Takamura, and someday he was asked all of class, what is your title? Senior paper or junior paper? I'm certain. Junior paper or senior paper?
Senior, probably.
Senior paper. I was the fan of railway, English railway history. But after 3-4 weeks, my teacher brought a book more than this.
Yes, bigger than that.
That was Clapham,
Ah, Clapham's.
early railway age. But for me, Clapham's English is very difficult. You don't think so?
I don't know, but I'm English.
So, and I think the
I think he was at King's College as well, Clapham.
yes,
Yes.
and he was my Professor Nomura's
Teacher.
and I changed my subject to industrial revolution to 17th century, 16th century. Finally, the mercantilism. And fortunately, in Keio, a lot of books are about the English mercantilism. And my final topic of senior paper was the debate between Thomas Mann and John Wheeler. Thomas Mann was mercantilist, John Wheeler was bullionist, representative of merchant adventurers company, and Thomas Mann was adventurers, East Indian company. It was really interesting, and I came to library every day and to
Yes.
Yeah.
So you got really excited
Yeah.
by
Yeah,
that.
Yeah. And I at the same time I feel myself such research was very fit to me. So my future was to came to academics.
And at the end of that, when you graduated with a good degree, you got high marks.
Yeah, but in the final days, I had some question. The historical study must be used the first-hand
Primary
So
sources.
my junior paper, senior paper was depend on the secondary books and articles. So so I came this is very lucky to come to the Institute of Economic History and Anthropology. The name was Ethic Museum.
Ethics.
Attic.
Attic. Attic. Oh yes.
The there, I should read the handwriting historical sources and my friend or senior person guided me to Tokugawa Japan's common people's life. And I spent 3 years there. But when the Korean War ended, the government cut the budget to support such study. And I was almost all of members must move out. And I talked to my guiding professor, Keio, and I lost my job. And he said, "Oh, good time. Keio now
recruiting? Recruit.
Recruited 2 assistant professor. You must apply. Then actually 3 persons applied. Fortunately, I was 2 of 1. And so I became the KO person. It was
1958.
After that, I was teaching at KO until 89. So over 30.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Do you enjoy teaching?
No, I hate to teach.
You hate teaching?
But I like to teach the graduate course. Undergraduate course is terrible in private university because over 1,000 students.
Oh. You have to mark their papers or not?
I do not like to mark sheet.
Mark them, but you have to lecture to a...
Yeah, the paper. So when I finished to rank, my brain was
dead. So the undergraduates, you have no personal contact with teaching?
Still, we have in most of Japanese universities has seminar. This is not so unpleasant. Some seminar was 30, 40 people, but my seminar was around 20. Now I can remember their name and face. And my choice of these 20s, at first came to my seminar. If you want. At first, about 30 or 40 students came. I said, you must write papers each week. I decided about 40 books on economic history, not on Japan, but with Europe and Asia, and not only economic history, but more wide range. And if you are not present 1 week, you are
cut off.
Yeah. So, as you know, Japanese university open at April, and in September, always the number is 20 or 15.
By the end of it,
Yeah,
yes.
nice, very good.
Did you quite enjoy that kind of teaching?
Yeah.
Seminar teaching.
Yeah.
So it was really the lecturing to a huge audience that you didn't like. It was the lecturing. And you enjoyed supervising PhD students. And you had many distinguished students.
Yeah, you know, Saito
Yes.
Osamu is the best one.
The best one.
Yeah.
I'm going to interview him soon.
Yeah. he is now Cambridge, you know.
Yes, I'm going to interview him when I go back. Tell me why he was such a good student. Why? What was good about Saito? Why is he such a good student?
He was clever. He was not follow me. He was always do his own subject, own method. So, and his English is much better than myself.
So he's an original thinker.
When his PhD, his dissertation finished, I was the main interviewer in the faculty. After reading his dissertation, I felt myself Salieri. He is Amadeus.
The pupil becomes the master. So you were now an assistant lecturer at Keio, and was it then that you went on to do your PhD, your doctoral thesis?
In Japan, the PhD now changing, but in my day, PhD was some 10 or 20 years
Later.
After I came to, everyone came to.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
So, what is the connection? At the beginning, you were just lecturing on economics and economic history and mercantilism and things like this. When did you start getting interested in historical demography?
It is very, some extent strange, some extent lucky.
Yes.
At first, my studying topic at Keio was land survey for Japan around 1600. This is really very fascinating topic. The Toyotomi Hideyoshi Yume
Yes.
unified Japan and started to run the survey as William the First and so Doomsday Book.
Yes.
And the result is now
You're just publishing your book
Publishing.
on it.
And after that, after I wrote some papers, I lost my way. I have no subject, particularly to concentrate. And fortunately, in Keio University, there was a system of study in going abroad. And because of war and just after the war's time, so many professors could not come out. For the study, and a new president of Keio decided to establish the to send younger scholars of Keio for going to abroad. He collected Fukuzawa Foundation, established Fukuzawa Foundation, and I was fortunately selected the second Fukuzawa Foundation game. And I left Japan 63 and come back 64. 1.5 years I spent Europe. And at first, at the time, Japan was not so rich, and I guess this time was only one chance to come out from Japan, so that I stopped over first Tehran, Baghdad, Damascus, Beirut, Cairo, Athens, so on and so on. But I couldn't enter in Baghdad for visa problem. But anyway, I climbed up the pyramid. At the time, it's okay. And the top of pyramid, some idea came to me. This huge ancient civilization, who was to succeed such huge ancient civilization? It's question. In Japan, at the time, the society was ancient civilization, medieval time, and capitalist time, capitalism, and maybe socialism. But on the top of pyramid, this idea is totally incorrect. And there are several lines of development roots of development, and the ancient civilization can be disappear, can, and so this is coming first my idea outside of Japan, and as my nominal reason to come out in Japan was come to Portugal and make research the Portuguese and Japanese relation, particularly trade, in 16th and early 17th centuries. And I arrived to Portugal and come to the archive of overseas history, but the documents I couldn't read, only one line.
They were in Portuguese.
The Portuguese, I speak some Portuguese, but the Portuguese in 16th century is different, and some documents are written in Spanish, Italian, or Latin, so that I realized if I could stay here more than 5 years, I could do something. But only 1 year.
Hopeless.
Nothing. So, first few months, I was so
confused.
And I came to one bookshop, and the master of bookshop kindly introduced me to famous Portuguese scholar, Godinho. His name Godinho.
Godinho.
He received a PhD at France, and but he was purged by Salazar. So
your eyes were opened.
and meet him, and he can manage English very well, and we discuss about Portuguese expansion. But at any rate, if I couldn't read Portuguese documents, it is worthless to stay in Portugal more than. So before I left Japan, I learned Portuguese from Portuguese diplomat, and European diplomats have had so many times the party, and one day he took me at a party and introduced several diplomats of Germany, Belgium, French, and some. And one of them, Belgian diplomat, is very kindful, and we became friends. And I wrote letter to this person, Belgian diplomat, in Lisbon. I could do nothing. I would like to study in Belgium because I bought a book on the bookshop in Lisbon, written by Belgian economic historian Verlinden, Charles Verlinden was his name, teaching at Ghent University. And in Ghent University, my most respected historian Henri Pirenne was taught his class at Ghent University. And another reason to come to Ghent was Dutch historian, famous historian.
Huizinga? Not Huizinga.
Huizinga was obtained some inspiration from the chapel. So if I came to Ghent, I could expect something up there. And I drove small car from Lisbon to Ghent via Pyrenees and Western France and Ghent. It was January or November of 63. And I arrived at the end date, arrived at Ghent and to university office, and I ran by Professor Verlinden. But the reply was, he was sabbatical, and he was now Rome. I refused. But I, instead of him, another Belgian historian, Carbex, he's not so famous, but the age was almost same to me, and we became the friend. And one day he brought 2 books. Now in Europe, this study is very
coming up.
Yeah, that is Louis Henry. Louis Henry, you know, French historical demographer.
Who was this?
Louis Henry.
How do you spell it?
Louis.
Le Roi Ladurie? No.
Louis Henry.
Oh, Louis Henry. Yes, yes, the great French historical demographer, yes.
I read it with my dictionary, and instantly I realized this is revolutionary book on population history, and historical demography is now emerging. In Japan, nobody knows historical demography. So after that, I read the book and asked him, Krebex, something. He was not demographer, but he was a prize historian. At any rate, I enjoyed so much in 64. And Verlinden and Verkooteren in that Belgian diplomat in Tokyo kindly get some scholarship for me, so that I could enlarge my stay in Europe more half a year, and so that I stayed Europe 1.5 years, and I came back to Japan the summer of 64, just before
65, perhaps. 64 was it?
64, just before Tokyo Olympic. Tokyo Olympic is out of my interest. And I collected materials of population history, and particularly I know the Shumon Aratamecho because my guiding professor Nomura was interested to the population. And he published already 2 books on the data of Tokugawa Japan, and he planned the 3rd book of population data from Tokugawa Japan, and I assisted him to some extent. So I know in Japan there are a lot of materials. So I started to collect and write articles. But in Japan, then no reaction. So that I wrote in English my awful English and send it to
people.
Yeah. So Thomas C. Smith in United States, and in '68 I received a letter from International Economic History Association, which have the 4th conference in Bloomington, Indiana, in United States, and the session organizer asking me, you have the interest to give your paper at a session? They wrote, we have your travel cost. Oh, what's lucky on me? I became to the conference with my paper, and but it was my first debut at the international conference. I was so nervous and shaking, and when I look out, I lost which part I read. So I was so down. I failed when finished. But after the session, one person came to me, very interesting. If you have not to make any engagement to publish it, please give your paper to me. He was Lee.
Really?
Yeah. And my paper was published in an hour.
Oh, wow. Couldn't be
69,
better.
Yeah. It was totally beginner's luck. After my paper was on the ANAR, so many correspondence with foreign scholars. And in '69, Peter Raslet invited me to his conference. And
on households.
Yeah. My world is
expanding.
Yeah.
You said that at that conference, the 2 Japanese contributors were you and Nakanichi,
yes.
and that your interpretations of Japanese demography and family history households were so different that Peter Laslett was quite confused. What was the difference? What was her view and what was your view?
Nakane was that the family structure was not changed. Japan was STEM family society. As far as she knows. But my empirical studies, the early Tokugawa days, Japanese families are extended family. And during Tokugawa days, they changed to STEM family. This is totally different.
Very different. And which of you has been proven right since then?
I believe myself. Last week we talked with Emmanuel Todd.
Yes.
Over there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and we talked about this.
And he agrees with you.
My idea is the human being first lived in joint family system, and in some part it came to STEM family, and finally nuclear family. So, but somewhere still joint family remain, or STEM family remain, or change to nuclear family. This is my idea, but Todd said, I think
It's the other way around.
yeah, the mankind started from nuclear family, and then joint family, STEM family, and finally joint family. It's very curious for me.
He's quite an argumentative person, I think, having taught him and supervised him. At least I examined his PhD thesis many years ago. He was one of Peter Laslet's students. So when you now were being spreading out into a much wider world of historical demography, I wondered whether you could, if someone asked you what you think your 2 or 3 major achievements, most interesting ideas or techniques or whatever in historical demography have been, what you would like to be remembered for. Could you tell me, answer that?
My own?
Yes.
This is just, will be published
Just coming out.
yeah, so I think this is my
Migration, the intersection of interclass
Yeah.
mobility and geographical mobility.
This means the migration mostly occurred from rural to urban area, lower class, and the higher class. Several migrations happened, but others remained there. And the lower class, from lower class, migrated to urban area, but died earlier for urban graveyard effect. Or if fortunately they came back to the village, the age at marriage was very delayed, so that the number of children was very limited. I
Developed that idea. Yeah, yes.
and so that they lost the successor. But in upper class, the migration is sure, so that the branched family there are many branched families. The branched family is always
Downwardly mobile.
lower class. So the pocket of empty pocket of down lower class was
Absorbed by them.
from the
Upper class.
so that geographical migration and horizontal
Mobility.
is crossed.
That's
I found this.
what period is this happening? When is this happening? Is it the 18th century, the 19th?
18th century, 18th, 19th century.
I remember you telling me once a few years ago that the big project you were directing in Kyoto was finding that the marriage strategies and the demography and the family structures, which often people think of as fairly uniform in Japan, in fact was very different. Can you tell me something about that?
Yes. Sorry, this is the print of at
The economic development and demo family patterns.
I selected 3 areas from my collection and analyze the micro data and coming at first this is the population change between this 125 years.
Yes.
This area
Depopulated.
and this area too,
Yes.
and this area
Increased.
increase. These 2 are
Exceptions.
but data, I guess. So in from so that Japanese population is not similar, very much differentiated. I always said Japan is not one. Japan is one, but I don't believe Japan is one. And for example, average size of household is high, over 6, and in central of Japan under 4.5, and average number of couple by household is much
Greater
higher
there.
than Northeast Japan, and here small, and this is average age at marriage of female, very
Much
young,
younger.
yeah, and
Older there.
yeah. I counted by John Hayner's method. And I made some simulation of 3 areas by household size and etc. And this is distribution of household size, and in Western Japan, more than 10 people live in one house, but here the largest is 8, and this is number of generations in household, and it is a bit difficult to yeah, but 4 generations or 3 generations in Northeast, and 2 generations and 3 generations half and half, and 3 generations about 2 thirds, and
2 generations.
yeah, and so very different. And this is the distribution of couples, number of couples per household, and finally, this is my recent, most recent finding. This is number of percentage of productive age population per household in Northeast, Central, and Southwest. You can look in Northeastern Japan. Of course, there are fluctuations, but rather it is not so big.
Is this over time?
This is
Time.
100 years. This is simulation, one year only.
Yeah.
So that the Northeast Japan, early marriage and small and age at marriage is
low.
But the stopping of child bearing is early. So this is contradictory. If population must be limited. The marriage must be delayed. So, but early marriage and early stopping these areas, Northeast Japan's feature. This is caused that the fluctuation at minimum, but in central Japan, the fluctuation is so big. Sometimes 100%, but within 10 years, 10, 20, 15 years, almost to 250, 0.250, and growth and decline, growth, decline, growth, decline.
Very interesting.
So, how in such circumstance people can be survived? In central Japan, there are mutual banking system developed in Tokugawa, Japan. If one family came to down this, maybe this family was poor. And so in this time, the mutual financial system supported. And when they became 100%, they back.
Pays it back. I see.
So we can explain why in central Japan such mutual financial system existed.
Very interesting. I remember you, at that time, you may have changed your mind, thinking that these very different patterns, particularly the northeast, the central and the south, might be related to the origins of the people coming into Japan from different backgrounds.
Yeah.
The northern ones are from Korea and very north China.
Yeah.
The middle ones from middle China, and the southern ones from the Pacific and Polynesia and so on. Do you still think that might be the case?
Yes. My next plan is maybe I have more 5 years to be able to study, continue, so that the next generation will come, will do it. We should join with the natural scientific method, DNA. In Japan, you know, DNA
Profiling.
DNA.
Well, you call it DNA profiling, which means that you take the DNA.
DNA, particularly for
Mitochondrial.
Female.
Mitochondrial DNA.
In Europe, there's
Yes.
seven.
Yeah.
In Japan, 9. In world, 35. In this small island, there are 9 kinds of
Really.
DNA. In Europe, several countries, they have 7.
7. You have 9 in Japan.
9. So that in Japan there are several people come and live. So the locality is very strong, dialect is strong, face is very different, and yeah. So that next, I don't know if it is possible to this time, but I do wish to make the big project with DNA scholars.
That would be fascinating. The last question I had really on your work was one part of a very small part, but an interesting one, an important one, which was your well-known argument about the industrious and the Industrial Revolution. Can you explain to me how you had that idea and what it is, what it means? What is the difference between an industrial revolution and an industrious revolution? And when did you have this idea?
Yeah, I think the final goal that people think at the time was same, to up the level of living standard, and in Japan this would be realized to work hard, but in the West, particularly in England, to realize to use the
machinery.
Yeah, machinery.
So that is the main difference. And why is there that difference? Is it to do with rice cultivation, do you think?
At first, Japanese agriculture is not adequate to large size, because the rice planting is
very small.
Yeah, they must
level.
Yeah.
So they didn't have much space, and they had very small holdings, and they had to work very hard on them. Whereas in Europe they had big fields, growing.
Even the wheat can be grown in
slope.
Such, but rice is.
Yes. Yep. And it needs water too. So I've kept you and we've talked for a good length of time, but are there any other topics, subjects, questions you would have liked me to ask you to talk about, or? There's no need, but if there's something I've missed.
I was almost naked by your queries.
Either about your family or about Keio or Japan or the future of Japan, anything. There is no need, but I always like to ask people if I have missed anything. Very, very important. Otherwise they will be dissatisfied. So, but if you feel we have covered everything, that's fine.
Perhaps I said you almost all of myself.
Okay, well, we'll stop there.
Yeah.
And thank you very much indeed.
No,
it's been a great pleasure to be influenced by your work. Thank Thank you.